All right, guys, it's the final part. I'll talk for 30 minutes, and I will what? I will shut this camera off here. Yeah, chances are I'm gonna have a good maybe $30 to $40 million over in the budget because my budget's so big. Because guaranteed the sections, the budget for all these for all like the sections obviously, like the cameras, the CGI also guaranteed for the cameras and the actors, guaranteed there might be a few million left over in that budget. Yeah, Ivan, we have a good $35 million over in the budget. Okay. You have $35 million over in the budget. Put a good what? Put a good like 20, put a good 22, $23 million of that money and pour the rest of that towards special effects. Ivan, are you sure like $430 is more than enough towards special effects? Ivan, $400 is more than enough towards special effects. Ivan, no. Put more money towards that way you get a better movie. Okay, Ivan, sure, you know what I'm saying? And they have an unlimited budget for special effects. That's really like an amazing movie. And I need to save a good maybe $8 million. If I go touring, I have to save that money. The touring will cost me a good $2.5 to $3.5 million in costs for a good, I don't know, 2 months of touring. It's going to cost me immediately a couple $1 million. I need to save money as I have to fly all my actors and crewmen to Virgin Island Resort privately. That costs me. You got to rent planes. That costs money. Yeah, it costs money. Yeah, you also have to fly them back home. You have to save some money for that, obviously. Seems there. Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing will be drained, man, pretty much. Especially the salary budget will be drained. Like once the whole the filming is complete. Obviously, I'm like, hey, how much money do we have left in the salary budget? Yeah, we only have like 12 million left in the salary budget. I'm like, holy shit, the $400 got drained. Yeah, and the whole $400 got drained, man. Because you paid everyone so much fucking money. Yeah, the whole thing got drained. Obviously, how much money do we have in our salary? How much money do we have in our what for the movie budget? Yeah, we have a good like 30 million, $35 million in the movie budget. Okay, take a good like um, 25 million of that and put it towards special effects. 27 million on that, put it towards special effects, and then the remaining 8 million, I'll save that money for the world tour. That way, I can pay for the actors living and the gas for the jet and the luxury hotel stay, obviously the suite, and for the red carpet and the 2 day party. You need to fly all the cast and crew to Virgin Islands Resort privately. You have to rent planes. That costs money. You have to fly them back home. That costs money too. Obviously, you have to save some of that money. Obviously, you have to save some of that money. You have to save some of that money. Save some of that money. Because Peter will ask me, Ivan, how much money are you making your movie for? By the way, because he's gonna ask me obviously. Ivan, how much money what kind of budget are you giving me for the movie? I don't know, Peter. I'm giving you a $5 million budget. No, I'm joking. Peter, how much money you give me for your movie, by the way? Yeah, Peter, I'm going to give you a $985 million budget. He's like, 985? He's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's an unlimited budget. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about running out of money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't have to worry about running out of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about running out of money, Ivan. Yeah. For Lord of the Rings, I couldn't afford half the stuff, man. We had a limited budget. Yeah. According to the documentary, Peter what? Peter mentioned how yeah we wanted to do certain things with the Ringers, but we just couldn't afford it because they only gave him a $90 million budget. He had a limited budget, big budget. $90 million is a pretty big budget, but like for a movie like Lord of the Rings, you should be putting like $150 million towards that, 140, $130 million towards that kind of movie, and they only put $90 million towards it. Peter had a limited budget for Lord of the Rings, which for my movie I gave him an unlimited budget for extras, for set building, for CGI technology, special effects. You know what I'm saying? For what? For the costumes, for the armor, for the weapons. the machines for creating the prosthetic masks. Yeah, I can easily rent 6 machines that have a printing capacity every day of about 60 masks every day. Print a good 50, 60 masks every day. Yeah, and in a good 2 years, you can print your what? You put your like 27,000 masks. Is there? Yeah, I need you guys to print a good 27,000. I need you guys to print a good, I don't know, 30 like 5,000, 36,000 masks. Yeah, if you want to pull it off, you're going to have to rent a lot of machines. And you're going to have to hire a big team for that. Hire a good 60, 70 team for that. Yeah, you're going to have to rent a good five machines that can print a good 50, 60 masks a day. Yeah, sorry guys, you guys are going to have to be working all day, man. 7 days a week. Like, sorry, the second year. You got to get this thing done. Yeah, we can pull off printing all those masks. We just what? We just need to give us time. Yeah, I'll give you 2 years. Is that enough time? Yeah, that's more than enough time. Yeah, it's more than enough time. And we need to rent a lot of printing machines. Rent a good 5, 6 machines that can print. Each machine can print a good what? A couple dozen masks every day. If you can print a good like 80, 60 masks every day, in 2 years you can easily print 30 plus thousand masks for the movie. So I'm saying, because you need to print the masks for the voice actors who are going to be acting, wearing the costume, obviously, as well as the extras who are the Demon Wolf extras in Barack, the Demon Wolf Army, the Demon Bat Army. The bats is easy because the bats you only have to print to get like 2,000 masks. Because the bats there's not that much bats in the caverns, obviously, but Aratet has a 25,000 army. You need to print a lot of masks. You also have the Demon Wolves, children, and a woman and men who are civilians. You need to print those masks. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Yeah. Yeah, I gave Peter a budget. And that's why he'll have that smile on his face. You're gonna see how happy Peter is. Peter has that smile on his face. He's happy. You know what I'm saying? Peter is happy. He has that smile on his face. Peter is happy. He has that smile on his face. You know what I'm saying? Peter is happy. He has that smile on his face. You know what I'm saying? He has that smile on his face, obviously. And what? I gave him on the budget, obviously. That's why you're going to see Peter. He has that smile on his face. Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson has that smile on his face. He's happy. He's happy, Peter. He has that smile on his face. Yeah. Because I gave him on the budget. Yeah, Ivan, I don't have to worry about running out of money for my scenes. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, for the war, we can easily hire 20. We can easily hire 20,000 extras for the war, Ivan. And they all wear the demonic mask, and you apply the special effects, and it looks Ivan, your army will look much more real. Whereas for Lord of the Rings, we only had a couple hundred extras. We had to rely on CGI effects for that, and hence they looked a little cheesy. It looked a little cheesy. You can tell whenever the orc army approached. Whenever you saw the orc army approach with flames and all that stuff, and Helm's Deep, obviously, you can tell that was a bit CGI. And when they approached close and you had that close-up shot of the orcs in the front, that was practical effects, obviously. But they added the CGI effects, made them look creepy, obviously. Right. Well, for my movie, like the army will look more real because I actually hired 20,000 extras for the war. You know what I might do in the movie? I might have Aratet has a 20,000 army instead of 25,000 army. That way, I save money. Okay, Peter. Instead of Aratet having a 25,000 army in the movie, he has a 20,000 army. That way, I save money because 25,000 is going to cost me a lot of money. Tactius' army. Tactius only has 15,000 army. 50,000 is fine. You can hire 50,000 extras. But for the wolves, 25,000 is too much. It will cost me a lot of money. I have a 20,000 army for the war in the movie. Yeah, we can easily afford to hire like 20,000 extras for what? For the war. Yeah, it's gonna cost you millions. It's gonna cost you a lot of money. I'm like, Peter, I have a thing. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, if you know what I'm saying, you have the Xanian 15,000 Xanian army, the 20,000 Wolf army, obviously, and you also have the 15,000 civilians in Xanias. It's gonna cost me probably a good maybe I don't know. It'll take us a good 5-7 days to shoot the war. It'll probably cost me a good like I don't know 12, 13 million bucks in costs, $14 million in costs. Like every day filming, paying all those guys $180 every day is gonna cost me a good like I don't know million like three every day, man. With the civilians and Zanes behind the wall, the 15,000 Zane army, the 20,000 Wolf army, it's gonna cost me probably a million three, a million four a day, man. If I shoot for 5 days, yeah, it's gonna cost me a good like a 10 million bucks, 11 million bucks to film. People are like, Ivan, if you have all those extras, it's gonna cost you millions, man. It's gonna cost you like 10, like 8, 9, 10 million, $11 million, Ivan. Peter might tell me that. I'm like, Peter, don't worry about it. I have a big budget. Yeah, I don't have to worry about running out of money. You have unlimited budget. Yeah, $35 million is enough. Yeah, I mean, you gave me unlimited budget. Like I don't even have to worry about running out of money for the extras. Yeah, man, it's such a big budget. Peter doesn't have to worry about running out of money for the extras. Yeah, Ivan, the extras are all going to work much harder for me because they're getting their nice $180. Yes, because they're getting their nice $180, they're going to work hard for me. It's a nice paycheck, man. That's a 9 to 5 job salary. I would work my ass off for a movie if I made $180 a day. $180 a day is a nice paycheck, man. It's a nice paycheck, man. That's a lot. So that's a 9 to 5 job salary. Yeah, they're gonna work hard for me, but I'm not feeding them. You have to bring their own lunch, Sarah. Because most of the extras, most of the background extras in my movie, most of my scenes in my movie, you're only gonna have a couple hundred extras. And you have a good like 13 gatherings around there. You know what I'm saying? So if you only have a couple hundred extras, it won't cost you much. Cost you maybe 80,000, 60,000 bucks. It won't cost you much. Whereas the gatherings with 30,000 people, you know what I'm saying? 5,000 people will cost me a couple hundred grand, 200 grand, whatever it is. Whereas 30,000 people is only cost me $1 million plus a day. 900,000 $1 million plus a day. It's expensive. So if it takes 2 days to shoot that scene, it's going to cost me $2 million bucks in the budget. So I'm saying, it's a lot. But once I pay all the extras, my $35 million budget will pretty much be drained. I might have maybe $3 million left over in the budget, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But you not only have that, you also have the costumes, armor, and weapons for the extras. Yeah. Yeah, you have to create all these weapons for the actors and the extras, as well as the armor. Yeah. I'm gonna tell what it works on. Make sure you create light armor. Don't have heavy armor. Have light armor. Okay, so you want the orcs, you want the wolves and Takis to have light armor. Yeah, Takis has light armor. He doesn't have heavy armor. That way you get better coordination with your fighting. Because if you have heavy armor, you're not gonna get as good fighting, right? Have them have light armor. Aratet has light armor. Takis has light armor. Okay. I was just saying, yeah. Do you want Takis to have a helmet, Ivan? No, I don't want Takis to have a helmet in the war. He does not have a helmet. I don't want Aratet to have a helmet either. I want the world to see his demonic face. That way it's cooler, since I am. That's why people have a smile. I gave him an unlimited budget, yeah. I told you, because Peter's greedy, he's going to try and ask for money. Ivan, what about $800 million in profits? I'm like, no, Peter. I'm not going to pay you $800 million in profits. You're fucking crazy. This is local. Peter, the amount of money you're asking from me, obviously, is local too. You're being greedy, man. I'm not going to pay you $700 million in profits. You're ripping me off. You're taking more than half the 1%, man. You're taking like 1.5. Ivan, raise your amount with Amazon then. Do like 85-15. And give like 2% of your money away and give like 1.5% to me, Ivan. Because he wants nice like $800 million of the royalties, you know what I'm saying? Give a good $800 of the money to me, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, I'm not going to give you $800 of the money. You rip me off. $450 million is enough. I'm not going to give you more money. This is more money than what you're making fucking Hollywood. You don't make this in Hollywood, Peter. All right, still, yeah. You're not only making your $500 million, Peter, you're also making side money. You're going to make money off your speaking fee earnings for the world tour. You got your $2,000 credit card, you're going to make $60,000 for your commercial money, which is a lot of money. $60,000 is a lot of money for a commercial. You'll do like a thing, $6,000. So I'm saying, yeah, I gave you a good deal. You get the perks. Obviously. It's a deal, Ivan. Yeah, I gave you a good deal, Peter. You sign Peter, and you take him out to a nice dinner. You sign Mel, you take Mel out to a nice dinner, obviously. I'll take Peter out to Boston Pizza. Boston Pizza is a big popular brand here in Canada. You guys in the States probably don't know Boston Pizza. Boston Pizza's in a few places in the States, but it's not like all. It's not all over the States. It's only in a few places in the States. But all you Canadians, you know Boston Pizza, obviously. Boston Pizza is a pizza. It's a fast food bar restaurant Canadian chain, obviously. I believe it's one of the biggest fast food restaurant, not fast food, the biggest bar restaurant chains in Canada. And they have amazing food. They have amazing pizza, burger and fries. They have their nice ribs and their fries. They have their nice spaghetti and meatballs. They have their nice chicken wings, nice dessert, nice cheesecake, all that stuff. Yeah, they have good food, man. Take Peter out to a nice dinner, obviously. You have a good time with him, and after that, I'll party it up in my condo with Peter. So the day Peter comes in and he signs his contract, obviously, I'll fly in Fran and Barry Osmond and sign those guys the same day too. So I'll have sign Peter first and sign his wife Fran. His wife Fran, I'll pay her a nice $1 million salary. That's a good picture for her. She'll be my assistant producer, obviously, and then Barry Osmond signs like an $850,000 deal, $900,000 deal. $850,000 deal is good. Is a good deal for Barry Osmond, and you divide his salary over the 4 years. So when I do the takeouts, I will take Peter, his wife, and Barry Osmond to the bar restaurant. We'll take them out to a nice dinner. Obviously, me and VJ and my 17. We have a good time, and they get to party up in my nice condo. My condo, obviously. You're going to have a blast, man, yeah. Peter will tell me, Ivan, do you want my wife Fran to help you write the script? No, Peter, I don't need your wife Fran to help me write the script. As I already have you, and I have my 2 superheroes. That's enough. I don't need any more help. But you're more than happy to have your wife help you with the notes, Peter. Yeah, Ivan, yeah. Guaranteed Fran will help Peter with the notes. Because she's talented, obviously. She co-wrote The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings with Peter Jackson. Right? So, Peter, I recommend you have your wife help you, too. You can have Guillermo del Toro and your wife help you with the notes that you're going to take every evening, obviously. And I can have his wife, Fran, help Peter with I don't need Fran helping me with the concept arts. Have Fran and Barry Osmond focus on helping out my 17 with the business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if Fran's greedy and she wants like $10 million, like, Fran, I'm not going to pay you $10 million as assistant producer. You rip me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money that Peter's making is your money, pretty much. You guys are what? You have a joint account, your husband and wife. I'm not going to pay you any more than $1 million as assistant producer. And assistant producers in Hollywood don't make much money. They make a couple $100,000. 200, 250, 150K, 300K they make. And I'm paying you $1 million. That's a good enough deal, Fran. That's a good deal, Ivan. Yeah, it's a good deal. If you don't like your friend, I'll hire someone else. And very often I'll pay him $850,000. Or Fran and Barry, because they agree, they might try and ask for pieces. Ivan, what about a piece of the profits? I'm like, guys, you're my assistant producer. I'm not going to give you a piece of the profits. I'm already giving like 17 people, man, 18 people in the movie project a piece of my profits. I'm not going to give you a piece of profits. You rip me off. You get your flat $1 million, you get your $850,000. You don't get squat the merch. You don't get anything. You get your flat salary, and that's it. You're not getting squat off the what? Off the what? Off the off the movie. Do they get a 250K re-release deal? No. My assistant producers, they're not worth a 250K re-release for my movie. The only ones who are worth the 250K re-release for the movie are your directors, your composer, obviously, because he did their soundtrack, obviously, and what? And your actors. Whereas the rest of the crewmen are not worth taking a 250K royalty check. They're not worth that. I'm more than happy to send all my crewmen who work in Lord of the Rings, obviously, for Xanis, obviously, I'm more than happy to send them a free copy of the re-release. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll send you a free copy of the re-release of the movie, and it'll arrive in your mail, obviously. It'll arrive in your mail, but you're not getting any money off this. Whereas the actors, because of my stars, they deserve a nice $50,000 to $50,000 royalty check for the merch, which is a nice paycheck for a Hollywood actor. As most actors don't get shit off re-releases. I'm giving you a 250K release. It's a nice paycheck. That's like $100,000 in your bank after taxes and the rates. You can do a lot of things with $100,000. You can get your nice car, buy your nice clothes. Yeah, it can last you for 1 year. It's a nice paycheck. And then Peter, I'll give him a rich $2 million for the release. Because Peter's greedy, he might try and ask for $10 million. I'm like, Peter, I'm not going to pay you $10 million for the release. You rip me off. $2 million is good enough. That's like 4 million New Zealand money. If I do three releases in 20 years before you pass away, don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? You're going to make a good like 16 million bucks for yourself. Yeah, before taxes, right? Yeah, so that's a good paycheck, Peter. That's a good deal, Ivan. Yeah, it's a good deal. Obviously. Yeah. So Fran, Barry Osborne, and Guatemala Toro, if I hire them, they're gonna be helping out my 17 with business calls. That way they have help. And 10 people is more than enough to handle all the business calls. And you also have me, VJ, and Peter. But Peter will be with me in my office. He's only gonna help me with the important stuff. As because Peter's the boss of your company, don't have him do dirty work. Have him make the calls for the main stuff only, the important stuff. With all the other side stuff, though, my 17 will take care of all that. And Fran and Barry Osborne and what? And Guillermo Toro will be helping him out, obviously. And Peter will help me with the main things. The only main thing Peter will not make the calls for is the sets. The sets. I'll have Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni take care of the sets. But I will not make the calls for the sets until like later on, the later half of the first year. Because you need to do the concept arts first and know what your world looks like before you start making the calls for the sets. The artificial trees, the dirt, the fake dirt, the wood for building all the sets, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The tools for building the sets. It's a lot of work, yeah. The paint, the painting, the paper mache, all that stuff. The what? The stuff for building the sets. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni will make the calls for that. And Peter will help me make the calls for the other main stuff. So the hotel party at the Virgin Park Hotel in Switzerland, the two-day party, obviously, the red carpet event. My deal is $10.1 million for Virgin Park Hotel. That's my deal, obviously. And how I make the calls for the IMAX cameras. I'll rent a good 10 IMAX cameras. IMAX cameras are going to cost me like $8 million. They're fucking expensive. Rent a good 10 IMAX cameras. We have to update the cameras with their lens for focus and speakers for sound. The equipment for the cameras, the lighting equipment, the speakers, you know what I'm saying, the drones for the high shots, the camera moving stands, the gliding equipment, all going towards a new project. Peter will help me make that call. The $400 million plus towards CGI special effects towards the movie. Where world-building action sequences and the horror of the demon wolves and bats, that's all going towards the movie. Peter will help me make that call. We're gonna rent the best software technology for the Weta Digital special effects team for the movie, and we rent the best stuff in Hollywood. He's like, Ivan, like the stuff you're renting is even better than what Hollywood uses because you put so much money towards your special effects. Yeah, I put $400+ million looking at unheard of technology, man, towards the movie. Yeah. They'll help me make the calls for the costumes, the armor, and weapons. So we're gonna call a company. We rent the best sewing machine equipment for custom making all the costumes for all the actors, as well as the extras too, obviously. And then the rest, if they can't pull off making it for all the extras, you just rent the remaining or buy the remaining costume armor from a top-notch company around worldwide. It's not a problem, obviously. And it'll help me make the calls for the machines for creating the 3D print mask, the professional prosthetic mask for all the animal characters and the extras, the demonic wolves and bats for Aerotet and all of them. Yeah, I help me make those calls. We can rent the best machines in Hollywood in the business, obviously. That's why people have small because I can rent the best stuff. Yeah, we can rent the best stuff in Hollywood. Yeah. Ivan, all the best companies are in America. You're gonna have to call the American companies, and I call the best American companies that Hollywood uses for the movies, and I rent all the best stuff. Holy shit, your company blows out of the water. Yeah, how do we make those calls? I'm saying, yeah, the tools for creating the armor and the weapons will help me make those calls too for Weta Workshop to work with. Yeah, you gotta make all those calls. If you want Weta Workshop to design the best armor and weapons, you have to rent the best stuff, buy the best stuff, or rent the best stuff for the movie. If I buy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll ask Weta Workshop, like, hey, how much weapons and armor can you guys make in 2 years? Okay, Ivan, we can make a good 8,000 armor. We can make a good like 8,000 weapons in 2 years, Ivan. But we can't pull off making custom making all the weapons and armor for a 50,000 army and a 20,000 wolf army and a 2,000 army. We can't pull it off. Ivan. Okay, make as much armor weapons as you can, and once you reach your limit, you can't make any more because there's not enough time. I'll have my team make the call, and I'll call a top-notch company that has swords, axes, shields, swords, axes, spikes, all that stuff. And I'll buy it or rent it. If I buy it, the actors can keep the weapons, obviously. If I rent it, they have to return, obviously. And I'll call the best company for that has light armor. Yeah, if Weta Workshop and the costumes can't pull off making all those costumes and armor and weapons, obviously, you can just call a top-notch company and buy the weapons and buy the armor. and for all the actors. Yeah, we can do that. Easy affordable on $37 budget. Peter helped me make those calls, obviously. He'll also help me make the calls for what? The food. I want to make the calls for the food as I want to know. I want to know what I'm serving the crewmen. Yeah, I'm more than happy to help you. What food do you think I'm serving them, by the way? And I tell Peter, holy shit, Ivan, that's a luxury buffet. That's a top notch. That's top notch high end food, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Peter. Yeah, I want to call the best farms in Switzerland. We're gonna have to rent the best food. So I'll have the head chefs give me and VJ and Peter on the list of what we need to buy, and we call the best farms in Switzerland. We buy all the food: the eggs, the pork, the beef, the chicken, the dough for the cake, for the strudels, for the donuts, for the pancakes. You know what I'm saying? It's all going towards it. The French toast. Even the French toast will be custom made. Yeah. Syrup from the trees, obviously, right? Yeah, syrup from the trees, obviously, yeah. Rice, all the veggies, tomatoes, corn, peas, onions, cucumbers, carrots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, potatoes for the fries, for the potato salad, all going towards it. Yeah, obviously, the dough for the cake, for the pie, strawberry, blueberry, apple for the pies, obviously, right? Yeah, it's all going towards it. Yeah, obviously. They're also going to, yeah, buy all that stuff. The vending machines for the soft drinks, the milkshake, the coffee, the French vanilla, the tea. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to have to call a top-notch vending machine company in Switzerland and rent out the best vending machines for the crewmen. So I'm going to have a vending machine for the soft drinks, for the milkshakes, and the coffee, French vanilla, and tea. I heard Peter likes drinking a lot of tea. So it's good to have an option for tea, coffee, and French vanilla. That way in the morning when Peter's tired, he can have his nice tea. He can have his when he's directing. He can drink his tea. He can drink his tea because I heard he likes drinking tea, Peter. You know what I'm saying? In Lord of the Rings, you saw him. He always had his cup of tea with him, obviously, while he was filming, or his coffee, whatever it is. Yeah, you need to have coffee that way. Whenever the actors wake up, they can have a nice coffee and they're awake. They're awake, obviously. You're gonna see in the documentary. Yeah, I'm about to wake up. I'm filming. The actors might make a video. You know what I'm saying? I'm filming, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna go get my nice coffee. I start work at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? But first, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because chances are the actor's gonna have to wake up early because the makeup effect, people are gonna have to put the makeup on them, all that stuff. A lot of work, man. Yeah, that might take a good hour and a half, 2 hours to do. And then filming starts, obviously. Ivan, what time will the actors wake up? The actors are gonna wake up probably around maybe I don't know, 5 in the morning, 4:30, 5 in the morning, man. Yeah, that's why around 11 o'clock everyone goes to bed, and you give the actors at least a good 4.5, 5 hours of sleep every day. They won't be getting much sleep, man, because they're gonna have to wake up early around like 4:30, because the makeup people and costume people are gonna have to put the costumes on the actors, put the makeup on them. Now, that takes time. They have to do their hair. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, yeah, and filming starts around maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock. Obviously. And then everyone eats breakfast at 9. And you film till like 4, and then everyone eats their dinner at 4. So your dinner is pretty much your lunch, right? You film for 4 hours. So there's no point of having dinner and then lunch. No, just do three times a day. Breakfast, they film for like 4 or 5 hours, and you eat your dinner. All you can eat dinner. That way they're well fed. And at nighttime, you eat your dessert. And because I'm feeding the actors that kind of food, and the crew that kind of food, they're going to work even harder for me. They're getting paid their nice salary every 2 weeks. They're in an Ivan movie, and they're getting served luxury food like that. Peter will work hard for me. You know? So you're going to see Peter. I remember the documentary Lord of the Rings. Peter's like, crispy bacon. You're going to see Peter and the actors bragging, guaranteed in the documentary of Zetas about the food they're eating. Yeah, today I'm going to have my rice and my teriyaki meats, and my potato salad, and my coleslaw, and my ribs. I'm going to have my hamburger sliders with my protein and my protein. And my wings, you know what I'm saying? They're all bragging. I'm gonna have my pizza with my wings, and my fried rice and my teriyaki with my salad. You know what I'm saying? They're all bragging. I'm gonna have my nice strawberry milkshake and my nice Coke. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit, Ivan's spoiling the actors and crew. But yeah, man, that's why the extras are gonna want a piece of that menu, man. They don't want a piece of that money. Peter will be shocked when Ivan, you're serving the crewmen that kind of food. I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, Hollywood doesn't do this. Yeah, Hollywood spoil the actors sometimes. We have parties, they order pizza for us and all stuff, and they have beer for us. But man, like, you're spoiling the actors and crewmen. You're serving them this food like every day of the 2 years. I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, you're coming balls out of the water. Yeah, Ivan, the food won't cost as much money. It only costs us maybe a good $500 million in the budget. Yeah, the food is cheap. To feed 1,500 people for 2 years straight will cost me a good maybe $1 million. Million, two, 800 grand. It won't cost me much. And we're also gonna have to rent. We're also gonna have to rent. We're also gonna have to rent the best kitchen equipment. The best kitchen equipment. People be like, Ivan, you don't have to rent the kitchen equipment like MasterChef. Just fucking have a trailer. The chefs make the food there. I'm like, Peter, no, man. I'm not gonna have the chefs cook food in a fucking trailer, man. Like you did, like your guys did in Lord of the Rings. I want a nice professional kitchen. And okay, Ivan, you want I want a nice professional kitchen, high end kitchen equipment, high end stove, oven, fridge. You know what I'm saying? Um, Utensils, nice plates, a nice hot plate where you store all the nice food. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nice blenders, nice knives, all that stuff, all that nice stuff for what? For that way the chefs make top high end food. You're looking at luxury high end food, man. Like nice, like sliders with cheese, your nice thin crust pizza with your garlic sauce and your hot sauce. You have your nice crispy fries poutine. Ivan, what section of the food will get demolished the most? All sections will get demolished. As everyone loves hamburger sliders, everyone loves pizza, everyone loves poutine, everyone loves ribs and wings, everyone loves ribs and wings, obviously. Everyone loves fried rice and teriyaki meats, and everyone loves those options of salad, obviously, with your rice and all that stuff. Yeah, the whole thing will get demolished. As the 1,500 crewmen are going to be very, very hungry when they what? The 1,500 crewmen are going to be very, very hungry when they what? When it's time to eat, obviously they're going to demolish that menu. Chances are there'll be very little leftovers for the extras, obviously. There'll be very little leftovers for the extras. There'll be very little leftovers for the extras, obviously. Yeah, hence why what? Scotch will be the best brand in the entertainment industry, and hence why Peter will have a blast, obviously. Filming during production, he'll work hard, he'll be in the zone, I'm serving a luxury buffet, he'll work really hard for me. Obviously. And Zane's will be the best story told, the most picture. Yeah, man, looking amazing. That's why he'll be like, Ivan, this movie's gonna have crazy buzz. Eric and them are gonna make my archive ratings look good. Yeah, they'll make those characters look good in Lord of the Rings. Anyways, if it's videos, Ivan, man, I'm signing up. Peace.